okay, so somebody put this one and asked, Jeff Hardy versus Neville, and I was like, I like this one. This is really good. This is probably one of the few times I'll actually get a request and then kick out a video very, very quickly with it. Because with the wrestling aspect, I've been watching wrestling for, man, I'm well over 30 years now. And I followed Jeff Hardy's career a lot in the both the WWF, WWE, a little bit into his Ring of Honor time, a decent amount of his TNA time. And with Neville, once I knew he was in NXT, I watched some older stuff, so I got NXT into the WWE. Now I'm looking at an older version of Jeff Hardy, so still the WWE style. Not, I know during the TNA times he kind of crashed and burned a lot, and he had other substantiating issues. So this is more Jeff Hardy near the time of his really fantastic main event run that he had. So we're talking, this is the, this is around the time when he was the guy who took on Rob Van Dam in those amazing ladder matches around, post-invasion time. This is the one that challenged American Badass Undertaker for a ladder match and almost won the title. The same one who also took on people like Umaga, who had an amazing feud that really made Straight Edge Society heel CM Punk. So that era, when he was at his absolute height, and he was amazing. And I'm taking Neville from pretty much his more current times. Neville hasn't quite hit that level of main event status that Jeff Hardy hit, so we'll look at it from that aspect. Get this started. Strength Edge. I don't see people can say anything if I give Strength Edge to Neville. Look at that picture. Dude is jacked. If you'd be 6'2" or 6'3", he would probably be like a 4 or 5 time champion by now. If he was 6'2", 6'3", moved the way that he does, yes, he would have a tremendous amount of main event. He would have made WrestleMania. People would be saying Roman who? Because it wouldn't matter, because everyone would be cheering for Neville. Speed. I'll also give the speed edge to Neville in this one. Specifically because if you look at how he moves around the ring, he has the flips. He seems to be just a shade quicker than what we saw Jeff. It might be more of the stylistic, because the way Jeff Hardy approached things, he was more... I don't feel bad saying he was sloppy, but he was a daredevil risk taker, so it made sense for him to not have a high level of finesse. Where from Neville's standpoint, it's crisp, it's clean, it's precise, it works really well. Endurance. I'll give the endurance edge to Jeff Hardy, predominantly because during the time when he was at his absolute height, he suffered tremendous beatings. Actually, I will also give him toughness as well, because when it came down to it, he was in some of the most brutal matches. That was his job. His job was to make the heel look like they were going to kill him. He sold that Sami Zayn level, where a good shot to the head, he crumples, and you look at him like, oh, he's got a concussion. Or, oh, he just took an unblocked chair shot to the head. He just went through a table. He just jumped off, an 84-foot ladder to put a guy through a 5-stack of tables. And then he would get up. So the level of abuse that he would take in a match, he could sustain a lot. But he always got up and kept on going. Striking. Now, hear me on this one. I'll do this to make it if I got striking and grab it this way. Hear me on this one. Jeff Hardy's offense. He was a brawler, risk taker, daredevil. Whether it came to different sorts of, he kind of did the reverse enziguri kick, or his really weird, I guess now it's almost kind of like a sling blade was when he was running clotheslines, or his really great just front drop kick. Did a lot in the way of just striking. He was a punch kick sort of guy. Neville, that deadlift German suplex is amazing. Seeing a guy of his size snatch somebody like a Kevin Owens and just up, hold him, deadlift into a German was just, it's just an amazing thing to see. Beautiful German. I would almost say that he does a better and more impactful German than we see Lesnar. Lesnar just hucks a guy like he's a bale of hay. Where Neville, again, there's a lot more of that refinement, a lot more of that finesse to his overall game. Submissions, neither one. High flying. Hear me out. Hear me out. Don't start typing now. Let me finish my sentence and then start typing. Neville's red arrow is amazing. And he hits it flawlessly. He hits it perfectly. When he's going to do the outside move, he's doing either a moonsault or flipping on the top rope, he does it perfectly. He hits a move and lands on his feet. That's standing shooting star. Guy is amazingly gifted when it comes to that. Jeff Hardy, yes, he did a phenomenal job when it came to Whisper in the Wind. Thought that was a solid move. It's a great move. His Swanton, not super clean, not super crisp. That's why he would injure his ankles quite frequently. So he had good moves that looked impactful, but they matched the reckless style. Where I think that from Neville's standpoint, there's a lot more refinement and it just comes off so crisp and so clean. You know, Neville makes me think of almost like Kota Ibushi, where he's going to do a move, and you're going to be able to take like 4 or 5 different times he's done it, and almost lay them on top of each other. And they're going to be identical. It's going to be picture perfect every time. With Jeff didn't have the level of refinement when it came to his high-flying game. It was beautiful watching him do it, but that's more to do with the next 3 aspects of his character. Over with the crowd, easily Jeff Hardy. If Jeff Hardy's music were to hit right now, crowd would pop so much more than they would for Neville. Jeff Hardy has a style of charisma that really, really carries him through. With the body paint and the different bright colors, he really exemplified an over-the-top sort of character. Him being the risk taker, high flyer, why not go into battle with war paint? Ring psychology. Jeff Hardy, great job when it came to face and peril. Small guy. Never seemed like he was a guy who's going to be the one who's really going to win a match. He never had that feeling like he was a guy who you should take seriously. But he was dangerous. Because he could just do it. And a lot of that because the way he worked in the ring, the fact that he was sloppy, it worked. Everything, from the moment that bell started, he almost always seemed outmatched by somebody. But he turned that desperation into a level of action that we don't see from Neville. Neville normally seems like he's in control in the match. And they haven't really given him a proper character to really build off of that. Hope they were going to during the time when he was with Stephen Amell and took on Stardust. But it never translated. Mic work. I'm going to give it to Jeff. Jeff's character would get him over the fact that his mic skills were not very good. I mean, he's not Edge on the mic. He's not Orton. He's not Cena. He's not Bray Wyatt. He's not The Undertaker. But he knew his character because his character was him. He was the guy who would go out and do motocross and break his leg. And he was like, bro, I'm going to do motocross. Or he'd be the guy in the ring like, you know what? I'm going to throw caution to the wind, and I'm going to beat you. You're going to beat me down, but you know what? You're going to have to dang near kill me to make me stop. So if these two were to fight, I do think Neville has a much better skill set. I think he's a lot crisper. I think his overall body style and mannerisms, the way he carries himself in the ring, is good. However, I think that if you look at what Jeff Hardy's done in his career, the beatings he has sustained, the damage his body has taken, but his character is so strong because it's organic. It is him. the character Jeff Hardy and the person Jeff Hardy, there's no real difference. Just one wears face paint to get into a ring. The other one stays around his house and occasionally swings an acoustic guitar to destroy drones sent by his brother.